On the afternoon of November 24, 1971, a well-dressed man walked into an airport in Portland, Oregon. He appeared completely ordinary. He wore a dark suit, a white shirt, a black tie, and carried a briefcase. Nothing about him attracted attention. When he purchased a one-way ticket to Seattle, he gave his name as Dan Cooper. No one could have imagined that within hours he would become the center of one of the greatest mysteries in American history. After boarding the aircraft, Cooper quietly took his seat near the back of the plane. The flight was expected to last less than an hour. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to a flight attendant. At first, she assumed it was a phone number. She slipped it into her purse without reading it. Cooper leaned toward her and calmly said, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." The flight attendant unfolded the paper. Her heart sank. The message demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. Cooper then opened his briefcase just enough for her to glimpse what appeared to be explosives inside. There was no panic in his voice, no shouting, no threats. He remained calm and polite throughout the ordeal. The pilots informed authorities on the ground, and the FBI immediately began arranging the ransom. As the aircraft circled above Seattle, officials gathered the money in parachutes. When the plane landed, Cooper allowed all passengers to leave safely. Only the crew remained on board. The ransom money was delivered, so were the parachutes. At this point, Cooper could have escaped. Instead, he ordered the pilots back into the air. His instructions were unusual. He wanted the aircraft flown south at a relatively low altitude and slow speed. As darkness fell, the plane disappeared into the rainy night skies over the Pacific Northwest. Somewhere during the flight, a warning light indicated that the rear staircase of the aircraft had been lowered. The crew couldn't see what Cooper was doing. Then, suddenly, he was gone. The mysterious hijacker had apparently parachuted from the plane carrying the money with him. Below him stretched miles of forests, rivers, mountains, and wilderness. No one knew exactly where he had landed. When the aircraft finally landed, investigators rushed aboard. Cooper was nowhere to be found. The largest manhunt in FBI history began. Search teams combed forests. Helicopters scanned remote terrain. Investigators interviewed thousands of people. Nothing. There was no trace of Cooper. Years pass. Then, in 1980, a young boy digging along the banks of the Columbia River made an astonishing discovery. Buried in the sand were bundles of decaying cash. Serial numbers confirmed it was part of the money ransom Cooper demanded, but the discovery only deepened the mystery. How had the money gotten there? And what had happened to Cooper? Did he survive the jump? Did he die in the wilderness? More than 50 years later, the question still remains, what really happened to D.B. Cooper on that stormy night in 1971? Let us know your theory in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more.